So, the first poem I'm going to perform is called Finding Home. And it's a poem all about, well, I'm a Nigerian person, and I lived in Nigeria for like 4 or 5 years when I was growing up. And so this is just about leaving Nigeria and the influence that it had on me. Black heat and red souls, decaying passion and death, voodoo and belief, this is home. Nigeria is sanded down trauma and snakes that see themselves welcome. It's purple bruising on women who love life on their heads. It's geles that stand prouder than the tallest of council estate. It's difficult understanding a language that you cannot speak. It's that pale homesick for 3 years. It's imaginary friends at Heathrow. It's never forgetting your mother's land, that flame, combusting compassion and care. It's having to sacrifice that coal for your children's happiness. Nigeria is my grandfather believing I am his mother. It's the 6 wives who came. And all of his children he branded unknown. Nigeria is black segregation. Nigeria is tribes. It's the privatization of light and the conflict against 419ers. It's white hailing and respect painted green. It's Olua and Kobonko, egusi soup and pounded yams. It's thieves, armed with the greed of corruption. It's survival of the fittest from those unaware. It's not Boko Haram. It's not forgetting to bring back our girls. And it's not just Africa. It's individual and divided in its United Nations. It's freedom and broken down pavements, drumming shouts and hauling complaints. It's trading how are yous for who wants to know. It's 521 languages and lack of communication. It's people always trying to make it. It's not trafficking, it's finding better lives. It's stating you love your country but always checking out. It's forgetting you can't trust your family. It's forgetting grandpa's fire rituals are still poetry. Nigeria is always doctors and lawyers. It's parents that hated their physical punishment but transcribed marks onto their children's backs. It's parents that only accept those that make it. It's the reward of becoming your father's child. It's tribal marks and hope. It's verging into unknowns with spears and souls darkened from the heat of life. Nigeria is ever fight and ever flawed. It's division and corruption. She, a single mother, forever claiming all as her own. She, a toolbox that just manages to tick